Hey everyone, happy Thursday night. Josh Rugger and I, and you got to know it's Northwest Flow. We've got some systems rolling in. I know people might get a little tired of me saying that, and I can see maybe how it might be a little annoying.
It never gets old.
But here's the thing. You got to know because the
You do.
models, they weren't showing this 2 days ago. And now look, there's a lot of precipitation. Now there is one thing though that's going to offset how much snow we see, and that is the dry air. Dry air is a killer when it comes to precipitation totals in the wintertime.
Seems like every time we always have to deal with dry air.
Yeah.
With these
So
systems.
what does that mean? Well, the atmosphere isn't loaded with moisture equally from the surface all the way up. Sometimes you get really cold and very dry air at the surface. So if you're putting snowflakes down, towards the ground and it's really dry, they're going to sublimate because they're not going to stay together, even if it's above freezing. Now, another thing we're going to have, though, is what's called evaporative cooling. So it's a help and hurt effect. So it helps in the fact that it cools the temperatures off. It hurts in fact that, you don't get as much precipitation. But that's a lot on the radar right there. So I do think we still see snow. I think there's going to be the potential for not a lot because of the dry air, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a place that gets over an inch.
Over an inch. Yeah, I could see somewhere getting over an inch. If you just
Yeah.
look at Mega Doppler right now, I mean, that's a lot
It's
of
a lot of precipitation, and
Yeah.
it extends off to the west, and it's a subtle wave that's moving through. So let's kind of dive into this. And by the way, sorry about launching this Facebook Live late. We were doing some things behind the scene, including making a new legend, and I'm kind of tired, so I'm starting to, the brain's starting to shut down. Just my old age.
But I'll tell y'all what, this man right here has been working like a dog the last several days.
Like a Harper?
Like a Harper, like a Mercedes and a Harper. And some of these things that we that Dan's made is going to be pretty awesome
with the help of everyone. So we'll go to bed, Dan. I know I'm going to. I just wanted to provide a quick update, let you know what you can expect.
Woo!
So a lot of precipitation popping up along the leading edge of this front. This front that comes in is going to be bringing a little bit of light snow. The models really not doing so well on this.
That's a lot more than what the models were showing.
Yeah. Now, at the same time, it's not reaching the ground, but it's starting to.
Yeah.
So this is a large area that's extending over pretty much the entire region. Oh, we should see what the Weather Prediction Center has now with their snow impacts. Because I don't know if you remember, they took them out.
Yeah, those change
Let's see here.
Every 5 seconds.
I don't even know where it is anymore. No, it's still there.
It's somewhere around there. I think it's getting close.
There it is. Winter storm severity. Is there going to be anything? They're starting to add a little more right there, but that's about it.
I don't know.
Well, let's check out what the HRRR says. Let's look at the very latest. So a lot of people asking what's going to happen. Well, let's see what the model has right now. It's a little underdone, to be honest with you.
Yeah. As it usually is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not right.
That compared to that.
That's not even close. Sorry, HRRR. You're HRRRing, as they say.
That's not close. That 11 o'clock, that 11 o'clock. I think I'll take what's happening now instead of a model.
Yeah, exactly.
So we get a lot of questions here. What's Harrison going to get? Who knows? Honestly, because Dwayne, you can look at it, and I still think it's a dusting, but this won't show you, right? Because it doesn't even show up. So let's see what this is going a little bit too late. So here's what we've got for a little bit of accumulation. So it's showing 1/10 of an inch, but that's actually even less.
That's less than what I was showing, and
keeps backing off. It's really frustrating. We'll see what happens.
That res is
the 2 foot, and this is by no means a 2 foot snowstorm.
Yeah,
there's no way.
No.
But at the same time, the 2 foot snowstorm was a system diving in for the Northwest, and it was basically well under forecasted.
Yeah.
some things came together and some things happened, and now that atmosphere was absolutely loaded with moisture, but it did have that dry air for a while. Um, but honestly, sometimes things can happen. So let's see what the different models are showing now. If we look at the different four snow totals. So GFS is still on the snow train. In fact, it bumped it up
Bumped
even
it up.
more.
Graph.
Graph has about a half inch to an inch.
Okay.
I could see
I could
that.
see that. That seems
Now,
pretty
some of
realistic.
this, you got to remember the ground temperatures are still warm, but we are going to drop below freezing tonight. European has that bullseye over Washington County. GFS, I mean, this is going to be real similar to what we saw Friday, a week ago,
Yep.
yesterday,
Yep.
or a week ago tomorrow.
Very, very similar. Though I could see a little bit higher potential with this system. The
Yeah.
reason being is because it's gonna be around a little bit longer. Piece of energy is gonna be around a little.
Yeah, that
longer.
other one went really quick. So, all right, we got some more questions. How about Bentonville? Probably about a half inch. I'm traveling to Bryan, Arkansas for high school games. Road's going to be bad when I head back Friday night. Friday night will be a little later. And if they do happen to go out and treat, they'll be a lot better.
They'll be a lot better by that point.
I know, Lisa. She says it wants a real snowstorm. Well, think of this,
Well,
Lisa. We've had 3 snowfalls, which it will snowfall tomorrow.
Whoops.
But that's all right. We had 3 snowfalls, and I think honestly we are going to have more in the winter.
Yeah, this might be the warning shot right now for winter. Like, because we're not in winter yet. We're still in fall. I think winter's giving us a few shots in the air saying, you better be ready because I'm going to hit hard this year.
Yeah.
And based on your winter forecast, Dan, it could be a hard-hitting winter.
It could.
We've got, 2 light snows, 1 moderate, 1 heavy, and a potential ice storm.
That's not happening in the near future.
It's not happening in the near future, but that's all in the prediction.
Well, look at how we're transitioning. We're going to be cold this week. We're warm next week. We've got potential for very active, very highly amplified, very active. There's that subtle wave coming through, and you can see the lift. And honestly, this model that's diving in, this right here, this dark area, all ahead of that is lift. That has to come all the way through the area. That's going to be a while. Matthew says, too bad we're not in Buffalo. Buffalo is getting crushed. You got to check this out. So let's go ahead and we'll watch this. So here's Buffalo, and it was pretty intense. So let's watch these. Oh, my goodness. Now, it's a little south of Buffalo. Let's see. This is really kind of a big weather story.
There again, I get creamed.
Oh, my gosh. South Buffalo. Look at that. So what's happening is that moisture is going up and like basically traveling along the whole lake. So you got the water that's warm, the air temperatures that's cold, that's causing the snow.
Dude.
And that's just going to continue to snow and snow and snow.
That's going across the whole dang lake.
And it's really,
that might be the most optimal lake effect snow track.
Yep.
Ever.
Absolutely. Well, that's why Lake Erie is such a big snow producer. That's going to be crazy. And those lakes are big, by the way. So
they're like oceans.
We're talking like lots of snow. You know what we should do just for fun? Let's do this real quick.
Oh, we're gonna test something out here.
Well,
we're gonna test her out.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna go, and here's what I gotta do. I gotta take off all these plots and stuff like that. Okay. So we're just gonna I'm gonna delete the scene camera. I won't save this, but let's zip up into Buffalo and let's see what we got.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be in the white, 16 plus inches.
Oh, yeah, easily.
All
right. So, that's off the scale. Like you can't even. That scale's terrible. Let me tell you, we're gonna. See, we don't ever go 16 plus on a scale because you don't have to worry about that. But what we could do is we'll look at a different one here.
Pretty wild, dude. I'll tell you what, when I was looking at the models this morning, the HRRR for this, it was showing 60 plus inches when I was checking the COD meteorology.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was showing.
So this doesn't even, this doesn't go out very far. Let's go out to let's look at the graph 4 kilometers.
And their scale, by the way, on COD, goes up to 48, and it was off that. Like it was off
Yeah.
the charts on that.
So South Buffalo looks like they get it the worst. And this doesn't go out far enough either. So let's go to see. You have to build all this stuff as you're going, but that's a lot of snow that's coming. Now I have a different categories. Categories altered. There you go. And it's a lot of snow.
That's just insanity, dude. That is just insanity.
Yeah, I really don't have a good scale here.
Can you imagine living on that little
Version
piece
one.
of
There you
land
go.
right there?
Let's see. Let's see what the purple is. I'll tell you real quick. The blue and the purple. I know. Okay, so the blue is.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
it's not that much.
Not that high.
This is only going out to Saturday. The snow event continues all the way through the week and the weekend. So, anyways, a lot going on there in Buffalo. Let's get back to home, and we still have that dry air that's in place. So, oh, how about this? You guys ever tried Little Debbie's Christmas tree ice cream? It is so good. I never have.
I like the
Daniel.
Christmas trees.
Yeah,
so-
Christmas trees are good.
Yeah.
So that's Buffalo snow. Will this be a repeat of 2011? No way.
No way.
No way.
Not a chance.
But I will say that there weren't many forecasts that called for over 1 to 2 inches, and it was 2 feet.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I don't think it's going to happen with this system.
They don't have to worry about dry air, Dwayne. They have the system. They have the moisture. So the game was moved to Detroit. I know. Yeah.
I'm kind of upset about that.
It would have been awesome to see.
Yeah.
But honestly, it would have been crippling. Go to the Bentonville Square. I'm about to be in view. Really? Huh. Well,
Spy on Maddie.
let's do that. Bentonville Square.
Maddie Ice.
What you doing there?
Party.
Party
on
at the
the square.
Bentonville Square.
Yep.
All right. I'm so tired I can't even get to it. All right, stand by here.
Even my bags have bags.
I know. Oh man, what the heck? Where did it go? Oh, that's right. You changed the show around, didn't you?
Yeah. Instead of hashtag blame Dan Scoff, hashtag blame Josh Rugger.
Well, hashtag can I not find the square? There we go. Finally. Stand by it. Bentonville Square popping up. There you go. All right, Matthew. Go ahead and you can wave on camera. Looks like it just keeps adding. I know. Maybe that's his truck.
That's his truck.
Is it?
I think it is.
Is he pulling in?
He's just pulling his truck out in front.
That's hilarious.
Look at that
Spying
wind.
on you.
Look at that wind out there.
Yeah, it is
Northerly.
quite a bit of a breeze, and that's
Yeah.
behind the front, by the way.
Northerly
that moved
wind.
in.
Yep.
There's someone walking.
Maddie, get out of the car and do the floss. Do a floss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
I
you.
want to see some Fortnite dances.
Orange Justice.
Or yeah.
Go
Little-
to do some Orange
little-
Justice, dude. Oh, there you go. He's got it. Back to Mega Doppler. So it is still dry, but it is starting to cool off. What are those air temperatures? They're starting to drop a little bit more. So here's a look at 38, 36. We have snow in downtown Bentonville. It's starting to snow already. Okay.
Well, if that's the case, we're in for a little
Let's
ride
see.
tonight.
I don't know if I see it. Maddie, are you seeing it? You're on the square.
Yeah. Oh, truck's pulling back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I see it.
I do as well.
Yep.
How about that? Already.
Thank you, Carrie.
Good
so
report.
there goes the dry air.
Well,
She gone.
that makes me think a little bit now about
When is this supposed to start? Like
now. Quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh, I see
Oh,
it
yeah.
now. It just
Oh.
started to pick up. Yep. Very cool.
This is interesting. Now the temperature's still above freezing. Right
Yeah, it is
now,
above freezing.
but it will cool off. With the
There's a
backward
lot of
cooling.
precip, guys.
Hmm.
Now you can't look at models because they're terrible. They don't have a clue. Let's look at the 3 kilometer graph.
Okay. Oof.
What?
I thought you were about to say 3 kilometer NAM.
No. 3 kilometer graph. Let's look at this real quick. What? Honey bull.
Whap, whap,
Yes,
whap,
Carrie, we
whap.
are supposed to get accumulation. We've been calling for accumulation. In fact, we've been doing that for the last 3 days, honestly.
Yep.
We've had it in there. We've had it in the forecast. And that's exactly why I say you got to know it's northwest flow. You have to. And I'm not just talking about you guys. I'm talking about meteorologists that are forecasting the weather.
Yes.
They've got to know.
You know, here's the thing too. I mean, I know it's cliche to say, but models are literally just guidance.
They're
They-
guidance.
They are not a forecast whatsoever. I mean, they can be used to help make your forecast, but they don't ever pick up on these features ever.
This
Like,
versus this.
That's not even close. That's not even on the same spectrum.
I know that's
Like,
not. That's not.
That's like in a
and
different
that's
universe.
reaching the ground
ground.
because you
Yeah.
can see here's the radar and it's approaching. And not only that, but it's already reaching Bentonville. So our saturation is happening quick.
I could definitely see this overproducing a little bit.
Weather Channel app said 12:45. Yeah, here's I'm gonna say this too as well.
Yep.
There's a wealth of information,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of forecasts that are out there. But you know what the problem is? Not all forecasts are created equal.
Mhm.
And when people say, and this happens a lot, well, they didn't call for snow on Friday.
Mhm.
Well, who's they? They is not everybody. You can't group they into every meteorologist. You
Exactly.
can't. And you can't group they into, the weather apps that are generic.
Exactly.
So
You know,
that's
a lot of those weather apps are not here local. You know, like that app that you open up on your phone, there's not meteorologists making those forecasts that are here in Northwest Arkansas. That's all computer generated.
so let's look at our app and see if we
Yeah.
have actually snow in there.
Huh.
And we do.
We do.
Look at that.
Look at that. Snow.
Snow showers.
Yep.
And by the way, there were a lot of ones that were going like 10%,
10%.
20%,
Isolated flurries.
slight chance.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're doing this. They're looking at this.
Yep.
And they're saying, wow, it's not going to snow that much. But this isn't this.
I mean, what do you
And
say
that
on
is
that?
exactly why I say you got to know it's northwest flow.
What do you say all the time, Dan? Just look out the window.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple as that.
Looking out the window.
Water vapor, satellite, vorticity.
All those things.
All those
super,
things.
super important. So, I mean, you look at the accumulation, and yeah, it has it. It somewhat has it. It's been dropping it. It's been going less and less. But it's already snowing in
It's already
Bentonville.
snowing in Bentonville, which makes me think that it could overproduce.
Let's see if it's snowing anywhere else.
And when I say overproduce, I don't mean like 10 inches. I mean like up to an inch, maybe more.
That one time it's, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to get more than what we think.
Okay, so when I say overproducing, I mean maybe 2 inches. Okay, dude, if that's already happening,
maybe 10 inches.
If that's already reaching the ground like that, this thing could.
I mean, remember, it is
be
above
surprising.
freezing. The ground's still warm. We hit 50 plus degrees today. So,
But if it's already reaching the ground, it's going to get cold pretty fast.
yeah.
It's already through that column. It's already reaching the ground through that column.
And how?
So, yeah.
I mean, look, we'll zoom in here. We'll get a good view here.
This is interesting.
Look at this. We'll zoom in. We'll take a look at some of the lights here. Oh, it's already starting to.
Oh boy.
That's way more than what.
That's
was
not a flurry.
expected.
That's not a flurry.
That's snow.
That's snow. That's a steady snow.
I know.
Big wet flakes.
It is. Is that already piling up on the parking lot? Because you got to remember, it is going to get colder.
It's on the grass. Is that just a reflection on the lights?
I think that might be a reflection.
I can definitely see some on the grass.
Yeah. I mean, this just started.
It's just started. There's some heavy bands, though.
And this is not rain either.
That's snow.
We knew it wasn't going to be rain from the start.
Well, I can't wait.
Well, the front came through and the temperature's dropping. So, will this overproduce and we get a decent accumulation? It's possible.
It's possible.
You could be waking up tomorrow and see a few inches. I still don't think that happens, but this is the type of system that can bring surprises.
Not 2011 though.
I know that car leaving Cooper. Matthew is like stalking people here.
How did
What
you
is
get
go-
there?
what is-
Man,
what's
dang,
going on, man? Matthew's all over the
Matthew's
place.
all over the place. I didn't see a floss, Matthew. I did not see a floss.
What's the dew point? That is a good question, David. It's not quite at 100 relative humidity, but remember, this is METAR. METAR data is a little behind. Let's look at the METAR.
Ooh.
So it says 81 in Rogers, 70 in Bentonville. You can get snow at not at 100% relative humidity. Not so fast. Not so fast, my friends. So there's the dew point. It's actually probably mid 20s. Oh, now it's 27. So it's climbed up a little bit. Let's see if they've added, now that it's snowing already. It's starting to get a little more blue on there.
You know what's intriguing? If you go back to the water vapor.
Yeah.
And you look at that energy to the northwest, dude, we got a long way to go. We have got a long way to go.
We do. Now we can also look at a mosaic too. So,
wow, we have got a long way to go. Oh man, you see all that energy still out in Colorado.
I mean, I don't want to overblow this because you could wake up and it's not happening. All the models are showing that it won't produce much, but this isn't what all the models are showing.
No.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
It's tricky.
It's intriguing. I'm intrigued right now.
I'm intrigued. It's tricky and snowing really good, almost to Rogers. Let's see, Matthew. Okay, so he's driving. Let's look at Fayetteville. Let's
see. Is he snow chasing?
I don't know. He must be.
He's snow chasing.
I'm going to be nacho fries chasing here real soon.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. Yeah,
yes,
those
sir.
are pretty
yes,
good.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I don't see any snow in Fayetteville yet.
Which is not surprising because
we haven't had the saturation. Not
saturation.
snowing in Goshen. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Oh, the front of light snow in Springdale. Okay.
Okay. That's a little further south.
This is the awesome part of Facebook Live. You guys are awesome because you tell us exactly what's happening right away. Oh, predict any school closings.
I could see a few.
The temperature's dropping. Let's check it out because someone asked what the front's doing. The front's already come through. In fact, do me a favor on weather one. Bring up windy. We could show Springdale. So no snow. That's good.
Yeah.
But that's weather 3. I can't show weather 3 to the graphics now.
Show it on.
So the front has definitely come through because check this out. 39 in Fort Smith. Wow. What? 29? Yeah. Now, here's a question for you guys. Why is it 29 in Boonville? And it's not 29 in Fort Smith. I'm imagining it's because snowing good in Gentry. So it's because of cloud cover. There's a lack. If we go back to our satellite radar real quick, there's a water vapor. We go to the satellite radar. There's no clouds yet in Boonville, but there are in Fort Smith. So the cloud cover, as soon as that comes in, that traps in the heat that's trying to escape out in the air, and that's what allows the temperature to not cool as fast. Valleys too. That's another thing. Yes, absolutely. But in this case, it's all about the clear air. Clear air, a clear sky, and weak winds leads to what's called radiational cooling.
And think of it as the opposite as during the daytime. Because during the daytime, the clouds keep us cooler because the clouds reflect the UV rays back into the atmosphere.
Let's okay, so let's do this real quick. P Ridge, can't see anything because they have the lights off. But what we can do is we can flip the camera around. So you got windy up?
Yep, windy's up. Let me move this mess.
All right, so here's a look at so there's the front. You can highlight the front here. I'll do it right here. So here's the front. Right there. It's come all the way through Fort Smith. The wind is calm, which is allowing, with a clear sky, the temperature to plummet in Boonville, which is why it hit upper 20s. So this is what I was going to show you. Thunderstorm keeps waking me up. Charles Peak is getting crushed right now
Yeah,
in Buffalo.
he is getting
He's
crushed.
loving this.
He is getting cranked.
This is what I wanted to do real quick. Josh is going to take a little while, so you just keep talking because I can't talk and do this at the same time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the wrong. Wait, was that the right one? Hold on just a sec. Have at it, sir.
Yes, sir. See if we got any more comments.
We'll bring up Mega Doppler here. You can't look at the comments right now because I'm doing this real fast.
Okay. Well, let's see here.
Schedule. Okay.
One thing I am noticing here, and I noticed this earlier too, there's almost like there is some banding here.
There
right
is,
now.
absolutely.
And at that point, you see banding on the map, you got to start talking about where those heavier totals are going to set up. And right now, it's taking aim at Benton County.
So
We're already saturated at this time.
People are hearing this. There's a reason. Because I want to show you what I talked about on the forecast last night.
Yes.
So this is it. Like,
crispy Razorback game.
Here we go. Okay, so stand by, because what I'm going to do is we're going to go on here, and we're going to go to share screen.
Show it in Fayetteville by Joyce. Somebody said.
Okay. So this is my forecast from last night. All right. Some other temperatures just dropping off and saying I'm going to bed for the night, warming up 27 in Stigler and 30 in Tulsa. So here it is. Light snow on Friday. It's a little wave of energy. It's not much, but it's enough. In northwest flow, you got to know, as that drops south, that those models will start picking up on it. So as that moves in, it's going to be basically off to our west, providing a little bit of lift, and precipitation starts moving in. And then this system kind of churns. See that little spin in the atmosphere? So here is when I talked about when the models, so here's the different models that didn't show any snow. So I was like, right here. Atmosphere, it's always the spin that creates lift, and lift creates precipitation. So that's why we have this little wave of energy coming in. Now notice on the European model, as we move into Friday afternoon and the evening, I think you're able to hear that, hopefully. Up. It's out of here in time for the Razorback game. Saturday will be sunny. Monday, though, the rain could return into the river valley. So there's that little bit of a light dusting, a zoomed-in view. Yes, there could be a few higher elevations that pick up just a little bit more. And the future track, let's see, this is updated. Let's see if it's changed its tune at all. And showing it moving out really quick. Regardless, it's going to be cold, so get ready for that. So temperatures hover in the mid to upper 40s. I'm trying to see when I did that.
By the way. You nailed the low.
18 degrees. That's exactly what it was. And the high was 50. Hard to hear the video. Maybe not anymore. Let me know if you can hear the video a little bit better. It probably is because WSI is open.
That's why it is.
I can hear it.
WSI always does that.
Okay. But where is so that wasn't what I was looking for.
The blowtorch.
Blowtorch, yeah, no kidding. Where was here we go. This is it right here. And then they took it out, of course. This is what I was talking about.
GFS. Good for nothing.
As I mentioned, they would. The GFS will come on board probably tomorrow night. So that's what I was trying to tell you is that we're talking about the GFS and it came on board. So, but this is just not, heat here worse. Regardless, it's just basically showing you the GFS didn't have anything. Now it does. Models stink at Northwest Flow, and it's already snowing. And so, I mean, that just basically sums it up.
We should let's look at some more cameras.
Yeah, I do. I want to look at some more cameras. Good night. That's coming down.
Well, it's accumulating on the grass. I can even tell from here that it's accumulating.
It's sprinkling in Farmington. Okay, so it's 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 a little above freezing.
Which that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The colder air. Now that's pretty good snow right there.
That's near my house.
Maddie just shared a video here. I'll have to check it out. I won't be able to show it online, but that's snow. That's
Yeah,
I mean, that's legitimate.
That's legit snow to say the least. Hey,
Um,
I'm finally getting some snow near my location.
I mean,
This-
everybody's gonna get snow.
Yeah. I was disappointed though in the last event.
But here's the deal. As a meteorologist, if you say it's going to be incredible, we're going to get a lot of snow and it doesn't happen, then it's like, there's always that possibility that it doesn't. So you're
Yep.
gun shy, if you will, when you're forecasting.
Especially around here. Because this is the hardest place in the country to forecast.
It
winter
is.
weather.
It
really
is.
I mean, it's easy if you go a little further south, like into Louisiana, because it barely happens. It's easy if you go a little farther north, because it happens like all the time in KC.
It's snowing
But-
in Fayetteville really good now too. So it hasn't made it to Huntsville. We know that.
I would say we're literally though a battleground for winter weather here. We're like just in between.
We can
It's-
read along, although it's hard to hear. Yeah. Well, you can read along. Oh, look at that. Okay. So here's what's happening. This is cool. Check this out. So what we've got is snow bands, but they're not going to be heavy until this is that dry air, folks. This is it. This is exactly what you're seeing. This is the leading edge of the dry air. And over time, what's going to happen is this cloud deck, which is really actually snow that's falling, and is going to lower and get closer to the ground. Now we can actually time lapse this, which I think would be really
That would
cool.
be pretty cool.
And you'll be able to see this lowering over time.
Kinda neat.
In fact, it's already starting to lower.
Remember we saw that with the previous system too.
These are like snow curtains that are coming in. Watch, I'm going to leave the arrow there and we're going to see that line dropping as the snow starts coming in. Now that's some heavy snow aloft. And it's also probably some cloud cover too that's rolling in. But that really kind of shows how that dry air is trying to sublimate those snowflakes. Really, really cool. Let's do a time lapse on that. I think that would be worth it. Pretty cool. Go back to the radar here. And now we're going to switch radars real fast. You want to?
Yeah, I think
Let's do it. Yeah, switch radars to go to Fort Smith. Meantime, I don't want to open this. Oh, yeah, I do want to open this. Nope. All right. So people have told me when the flakes are as small as sticks, large flakes, not usually. Sarah, let me read this again. So people have told me when the flakes are small, it sticks. Large flakes, not usually. Is this true? Ooh, man, that's a good question. So believe it or not, here's the deal on this, Sarah. That's a great question. So what you're thinking, what do you see? Oh yeah, a lot of banding.
It is.
Banding that's
Yeah.
still going on. But you can also see how it is still dry in the low levels. Yeah, there's some heavier precipitation popping up. That's why Gravit's getting more snow. So the larger flakes attribute to snow that has more water content to it because the snowflakes are sticking together. When the snow is sticking together, it has a higher water content, which means that your ratios are less from liquid to snow equivalent. And so that also has to do with temperatures. If your temperature is close to freezing, even a little bit above, you're going to get those big, massive flakes. Mm-hmm. So when it's small, it sticks. That's because smaller snowflakes are attributed to colder weather. And not only that, but drier air, which means that it takes less snow, kind of like smaller snowflakes will be able to pile up like feathers instead of having sleet, which takes a while to pile up.
Yep.
So I know that's kind of a great way to think of it, which is why too, when you have big snowflakes and they hit your phone, it's like a splash of water. So
that is exactly right.
Yeah. All right. Let me go through this time lapse here. Go to current time. Okay, cool. Let me go do this like 5 p.m. You'll see these clouds rolling in too.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
All right, let's check this out. I haven't seen this. So, Sarah, I hope that helps answer your question. I love these weather questions, some really good ones. So, here's the clouds rolling in. Now, watch what happens towards the end of this time lapse. You're going to see those clouds really start to develop right about now.
Oh yeah.
That came in fast. That's that saturation that's taking place. Look at that. So, clouds rolling in very, very quickly. And you can start to see the snow. Oh, look, the snow's already making it to
It's
the
making it
ground.
to the ground. That's why
Yep.
we're starting to get reports of people
Yep.
seeing snow in Fayetteville.
What's your snow total estimate now? I still don't want to change it just
No.
because the back edge is it could last. We could get 1 to 2 inches.
I could see
That's a long shot, and that's way over, like almost 2 or 3 times higher than what everybody else is calling for.
it's an isolated area. Could see 1 to 2 inches.
Yeah.
Most locations will probably see a dusting to a half inch of snow with this, but there's always a chance more areas could see 1 to 2 inches of snow. Really just depends on the banding and everything where those heavier snowfall rates set
And
up.
then you also have to attribute that the ground is above freezing. So that's
Yeah.
another thing that will throw stuff off. It's I want to show you this. This is a thing called liquid to snow ratio. It is. It's coming down in Bentonville pretty good now. And Bella Vista. Love the timeline. Time lapse is cool. So this is something that I want to show you because it's all about snow to liquid ratio. So let's say we have 1 inch of water. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 inch of rainfall. Well, if we turn that to snow and it's 34 degrees, kind of like what we saw, Monday, it's a very, very wet snow. Great packing snow. It has a lot of water content, so you can kind of push it together and makes great snowmen and snowballs. But that is only 7 inches of snow. That's what we mean by a 7-to-1 ratio. The average is typically 10-to-1. So you have 10 inches of snow to 1 inch of liquid water equivalent. Now, that doesn't mean that every system is going to produce 1 inch of liquid equivalent. Sometimes it might be a half inch of liquid equivalent, which means you have to cut these down in half, which would be 5 inches of snow if you have a half inch of rain. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, when it gets really cold, like it did for the big snow that happened on February 9th, 2011, that was a big one, but it was also very cold. It was around 15 degrees. So when it's that cold, there were smaller snowflakes. They stuck very easily, but at the same time, you had a 25 inch to 1 ratio.
That's a crazy ratio right there.
So that's snow to liquid ratios and why the temperature is so important for accumulation totals. I'm telling you, you don't realize all you guys get to see is an accumulation map. There's a lot that goes into figuring out the accumulation map, more than you could possibly imagine.
A lot of times, some of those maps that you'll see posted on social media or things like that will be only 10-to-1 ratios.
Yeah.
They won't take into account all the other factors with the system. So they're basically false.
Compaction, melting, it doesn't take any account to any of that.
They're basically fake news.
Okay. Now look at what we've got. So remember you saw the video if you're still on here. There's the snow accumulation, and look who came on board tonight.
Of course.
So the graph, European, the NAM, the GFS, they're all showing a half inch to an inch. And so it's like you can't go over that. I mean, they're all showing
I just can't get over how
it's a lot of guidance.
I just can't get over how you said yesterday. The GFS is going to be on board tomorrow. Don't worry. And sure enough, this thing is on board.
Let's do we could do another time lapse here. Let's do a P Ridge time lapse. Let's see what we got here. Not good, but you can see the snow that's falling in the background. There it is right there. So once the lights go out, it's a bummer. But here's the time lapse. Oh, you can see a little flurry there. And the lights go out, but looking in the background, you'll start to see it brighten up. And you know what that is? That's the snow reflecting off the lights.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. There really won't be many other good time lapses. Oh, Bella Vista. Actually, I take that back. We got a Guys, have any other questions at all? I think we'll let this go for a few more minutes, unless we get some good questions, and we'll keep talking. Who's going to Lights of the Ozarks? If you guys are going to Lights of the Ozarks, that would be me.
This man is.
Yeah, I'm helping flip a switch. This is
Yep.
what it's going to look like. We'll have an aerial view. Boom!
Boom.
Let's go on. Yep.
Explosion.
So 29 degrees, and I still think there could be some flurries that are going to be possible. And I know a lot of people say it's going to be all gone, but maybe
see it
it'll
lingering.
stick around. Maybe kind of spitting some snow.
Northwest flow curveball.
Here's some other cool stuff about snow. Did you know that? Let's see here, the weight of snow. So
I like this graphic.
here's something that worries me: is the snow in? It's going to be some trouble. Fluffy snow is a 15-to-1 ratio. Normal snow is 10-to-1, and 5-to-1 ratio. So a really wet snow, if you remember on Monday, there was a lot of power outages. Yep. And if you look, the trees were really leaning down, and there's a good reason for that, because it was a very wet snow. It was like a 5-to-1 ratio. So a 10 foot of snow with fluffy snow exerts about 6,240 pounds of force, 9,360 pounds of force with a normal ratio of 10-to-1. And then look at that. A wet snow is 18,720 pounds. So it's a lot of weight. That's what worries me about this Buffalo thing, is that there's going to be a lot of heavy, wet snow.
Oh, man.
And there's going to be some collapses of roofs and stuff. It's a dangerous situation.
It is.
At the same time, it's interesting and cool to see, but to see all that snow, but it really will be
It's way too much.
a problem.
It's way too much snow.
So most roofs can withstand about 20 pounds per square foot. So if there's 24 inches of snow, that's 2 feet. You got some problems there.
Jeez Louise, 37,000.
Yeah, snow weighs a lot. I mean, think about it. When you're shoveling it, it's like crazy.
That's why the persimmon seeds were showing broken spoons. They're broken shovels.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah,
this
broken
winter, dude.
snow. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more thing here. This is kind of cool, and I think I've got.
Hey, I love this graphic too. This is the best.
Let me see if I've got the one with
The updated one
with our banner. Yeah.
This one's cool.
So not only are temperatures at the surface important, but they're also important aloft. Yeah, I guess I don't. All right. Let me go here real quick. I'm going to edit this real fast.
Speed run.
Okay. All right. So types of snowflakes. So I'm going to go back in time on this. And so you've got hexagonal, needles, hollow columns, stellar plates, and dendrites. So the thin plates, which is kind of like, grapple, if you will, forms 25 to 32. And so those are kind of like little balls, if you will. Needles are a little colder. You might remember that thunder sleet that we had. We had needles falling from the sky. It was really cool.
They hurt.
And that was 21 to 25 degrees. Hollow columns, which, by the way, will provide what's called sun pillars. If you see the sun, or light pillars too, really, really cool phenomenon. Light pillars happen from those columns. That is 14 to 21 degrees. Stellar plates, 10 to 14 degrees. And then you've got 3 to 10 degrees with the dendrites, outside temperature. Now, this is not at the surface. This is aloft in what's called the dendritic growth zone. So the temperatures have to be perfect in order for those, what we call, big old dendrites to form.
Dendritic growth zone.
Yeah. And anything below 8, it goes back, by the way. Yeah. So Sarah's like, okay, she's learning a lot here today on Facebook Live. We're totally geeking out.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
Why not? And then we'll know by about midnight. Now we'll probably have some snow on the ground. So what else can we show, Josh?
We could show the
graphic. You know what? Let's show a time lapse. You want to see a time lapse?
Yeah.
Here is the February 9th, 2011 snowstorm.
I want to see this.
This is pretty
I
epic.
haven't seen this before.
You haven't?
I have not seen this before.
Oh, dude. Watch this.
Mind blown.
Here we go. Starts snowing. Then when the snowfall rates really kicked in, look at that. Yeah, it's like crazy.
That guy
That's a
came
lot
over
of
and scraped
snow.
that snow. Dude, in Fayetteville, Arkansas, too.
That's fail. Look at the vehicle on the left and right. That is buried. It's up to the top of the car door.
Now, just think about that, right? That buried truck right there.
Yeah.
And add about 3 times to that. And
Yeah.
we're going to get the Buffalo snowstorm.
That's some crazy snow.
Yeah.
How about this?
Oh, I love this one, the snowball making forecast.
Yeah, but I didn't alter this for our forecast, but it gives you an idea. So snowball making forecast today,
cool.
Friday, and then Saturday is perfect.
I did update the snowman making forecast though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mean, it still applies to this one because it's pretty similar.
Which one?
This snowman making forecast.
Most recently updated here. Hold on.
It should be under most recently updated.
Oh, right here. This is it. Okay.
This one should be about what the
snowman making forecast. So yeah, wet.
Yep.
So we're wet, but at the same time we're kind of a little bit flurries in Lincoln. It is chilly. Let's see what those temperatures are because we got new obs now. 32 in Bentonville. That was
so now
in
it's
stereo.
All yes. Knock on wood. Jinx.
Woo. Folks, we're getting more than a half inch.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going to get more than a half inch. That's going to be interesting.
This is intriguing. So tomorrow you're going to see a video of me in Bella Vista scraping my car off 2 feet of snow.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi there.
You know it's late when the cleaning crew's here.
Yes.
Is it snowing out there? Did you see it?
No.
No?
No snow
No
yet?
snow?
No.
In the morning?
No, right now.
Really?
That's
Much?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
Yeah,
bit
we
of
might
snow.
get a little.
how about this? I think
So someone asked about this. Do you think we'll have good winter precipitation this year? I mean, it's already 3 systems before we even hit meteorological winter or astronomical winter for that matter.
Yeah.
I think, but then again, it could shut off completely for the rest of the winter.
And here's the thing.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does
No.
either. And here's the thing, Dan. No matter what, right?
Heavy snow.
We have 1 or 2 things that are going to happen here, right? We're either going to get, in the winter, our 2 light snows, 1 moderate, 1 heavy,
Yeah.
or we're going to count these 3 because nothing else happened.
Yeah.
In our prediction, we're going to say that we had 2 lights, 1 moderate, and the 1 heavy didn't pan out.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking there's going to be a winter weather advisory
There has to be.
tomorrow morning.
There has to be. Look at
Look at
that.
this.
Look at that. I live near there.
Now, granted, yes, the road is not problem, but
There's snow.
it's colder. It's colder tonight than it was all day Monday.
Can I
All
zoom
day
in?
Monday.
Can I zoom in a
Yeah,
little
sure.
bit on
Yeah,
that?
Let me do that.
I don't think that's the reflection anymore.
Nope, that's not.
That's
And Tulsa just updated the weather service. But the reason that you don't call for a winter weather advisory because the guidance didn't show it. Oh yeah, that's definitely snow. That's definitely snow. That's snow.
That's snow.
You can see in the foreground.
What's Bentonville Square look like?
Yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna zoom back out. I don't want to. That's snow on the grass.
Yeah, that's definitely snow on the grass. That's more. Believe it or not, Dan, that's more snow on the grass now
than what the model showed the entire time.
Than what the model showed the entire time, plus more than what we got in Bella Vista with the previous system.
Well,
So
that's unfortunate because we got more.
we got like
Yeah,
at my house.
So there's a few snow flurries that are spitting around, but there's another band of snow that's coming in like right now. In fact, we look at Mega Doppler, and we've got it in snow mode. By the way, just to let you know.
Snow mode.
So look at that right there, a little band that's coming in, the Bentonville Square located right there. Like literally right here is the Bentonville Square.
The snow detector.
I know that because we can go like here and I can bring up the weather bug cameras and what, did I click on it?
You did.
Huh. Yeah. That's the Bentonville Square though.
Yeah, it is.
It's right here. Well, here, let's take the radar off real quick. Now, see right there,
Right there.
Bentonville Square.
Yep.
And if we go back to here and you look,
Here comes.
and here comes that little band. So it's going to pick up a little bit more. Let's look at some other cameras here. Let me know if you guys are seeing snowing in Rogers too. Let's see. So our Rogers camera is a little dull, a little dark. We'll have to see if and it's going to be on a interstate like it always is. Yeah. But here's the thing. I can move that. I'll move that camera.
Here comes the snow.
Da-da-da-da.
Here comes the snow.
And I say, where did the models go?
They are trash.
Exactly. All right. So we're going to zoom out here a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Snow.
Okay. So that's exactly why I'm going to say it again. You got to know.
It's Northwest Flow.
I'm sorry, man.
Yes.
Flurries in Lincoln, so chilly. How long does the snow last tonight? It lasts pretty much on and off throughout the day.
Yep.
So it won't be this heavy the whole time. I don't know. I just have a feeling that this system's overperforming.
It is. It already is in Bella Vista. That's more than 1/10 of an inch.
But when you look at it, there is a back edge to the precipitation, and this line is expected to move out. So
But
let's show you here.
But remember, even the models were showing it sticking around.
Yeah,
For a pretty long
kind
time
of banding.
because of the banding and the piece of energy that's still swinging through.
I'm making the Kermit the Frog face right now because
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Sip your tea.
That by the way is a long loop. Here's a 6-hour loop. This is much better.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
oh boy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
we'll
boy.
see. We'll see what
Okay,
happens.
Okay.
So let's go to let's look at the HRRR and we'll look at and laugh and just
point and
say
laugh.
what the heck. The heck
Like
you
that,
showed.
that one video I showed you, that guy
Oh my
laughing,
gosh, that guy.
the dolphin laugh.
Okay, so here's the timing. According to this, now this does update every hour, so just let you know.
And this is garbage.
It's actually better now.
It's better now. Still trashy though.
Still doesn't show snow though. Okay, so it still doesn't show snow. It's already snowing in Fayetteville.
Yep.
But watch how long it lasts though. It's kind of going, and then it kind of falls apart, but it still has some
flurries
snow.
and
Yeah.
I mean,
And let's think about this. That's what it's showing now at 3:00. It's not even showing now what's happening now.
exactly.
correctly.
So who knows what will
It's
happen
like,
tomorrow?
when will then be now?
Yeah.
Like a Spaceballs reference.
Yeah. I remember somebody asked you at the very beginning of this live stream, what do you think's going to happen? Who knows?
Yeah.
Really?
So schools will close. I mean, if it gets pretty slick, the temperatures are going to be dropping. Here's the deal, too. They're going to go out in the morning and they're going to look and they're going to see, oh, wow, it snowed last night.
Yep.
A lot of people are asleep, not you lovely folks on Facebook Live as we're talking about the weather. But the temperatures are going to be colder, too. Hey, we have a great question here that I want to answer.
Yep.
Scott says, what is the difference? Hopefully he's still on here. It's only a few minutes since the question. What's the difference between meteorological and astronomical winter? Why are they different? I don't know why I read the question because you can see it on the screen, but maybe people can't
I think it's
see
good
it.
that you read it. Yeah.
So there is a difference.
We have a graphic for that.
Yeah. And I'll show you what it is. Now, I don't know if this is updated for the actual autumnal equinox. That's the winter solstice, but here's the difference for it. This probably is the winter solstice from last year, but meteorological winter is for seasons and temp cycles. So basically, it goes from December 1st through February 28th. Therefore, in order to do statistics, we can see exactly what it is all the time for each month: December, January, February. So the dates don't change based on the year. This makes it really easy to do statistics. Now, astronomical winter is when the Earth is basically when the Earth revolves around the sun and it has its let's just say most southern the southern hemisphere has the most direct rays. That, because of the Earth's tilt, that is astronomical winter. So if we go back here, December 21st through March 20th. Now it might be a little bit
It might be
different
different this year.
based on the Earth's position relative to the sun. Dates may change a bit based on the year. Let's see if I have. I might have. Let's see here. Why do we see the seasons?
Another great graphic.
Okay, another graphic. So here is a look at our position with the Earth around the sun. So our position in our orbit as we revolve around the sun. So the vernal equinox, as you can see, has sunlight that's directed at the equator. Now keep in mind this tilt. This tilt doesn't change. So it's always a tilt like, like, whoops, I have it backwards. It's always a tilt like that. So as it goes around, it doesn't like tilt back and forth. It always stays on a 23.5-degree tilt. So the next season is summer. And summer is where the Earth's rays are directed towards the northern hemisphere. The winter solstice, though, is the point when the center of the sun is directly above the Tropic of Capricorn, which is the latitude that's south of the equator. And that is where you have longer days in the southern hemisphere and sometimes no sun in the northern hemisphere if you get far enough north. Wouldn't that
Alaska.
be miserable?
Oh man,
I don't
No,
know if I
can't
would.
even
I don't
imagine.
know if I could do
Yeah,
that.
sorry, no offense to Alaska, but I'm not about that life.
Uh-huh. So January, February, March, usually the winter is our trouble. Yeah, usually. But now
Usually.
we're getting stuff.
Now it's November.
Also, when storms come from the southwest, they say, look out here. That's true because they have more moisture to work with when they pull that in. Some schools may get surprised. Good thing is tomorrow is a free day anyway before Thanksgiving break. It's a good point. I would love it if I wake up and my son's school's canceled because I have to get up in a few hours and take him to school.
Oh
and
man,
that just that's
dude.
why my eye bags have bags.
Even my bags have bags.
What is that? What is that from?
That's from SpongeBob.
Oh,
that's Squidward.
You put a lot of SpongeBob gifs or gifs.
I mean, he's got a lot of good ones. He does.
All right, we'll make it down to Northern Crawford County near Artist Point. Will it make? Yes, I think so. That is going to be in higher elevations, and so yes, absolutely. In fact, if we look at, well, I mean, I'd love to show you the models, and it's just like it's not showing up right, and so it just doesn't really even matter on the future radars.
By the way, I just want to make a comment. That's one of my favorite ties that you got.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
It's just kind of like the clouds rolling in. It's kind of like some snow.
Yep.
I didn't want to wear the big snow tie, and it wasn't snowing today, but it's snowing tonight. I should have brought the tie in, but oh well.
I should have brought the snowman tie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Apparently.
We might need that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at a different model. Why not, while we're waiting? And so it's still loading the data. Either that or it's really
Oh, that's just garbage.
Cassville, Missouri is getting it. So you're getting snow.
I think this model is being garbage.
What in the world? Hold on. It's got to load some. Are you kidding me? Get the heck out of it. I'm almost tempted to delete it.
The North American model.
That is updated. That doesn't show anything.
More like
wait. Hold on.
A little sliver.
Hold on. Stand by.
The not accurate model.
Hold on. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, that is trash.
That is all we're getting, folks. That little tiny bit.
There it is.
That's it.
That's it.
One little tiny little bit. No way.
And then she gone.
That's unbelievable. And that is exactly why, and I will say it again, you've got to know it's Northwest Flow, NAM. That's terrible.
Not accurate model.
Yeah. Never accurate
Never
model.
accurate model. So we just got to make up new names for these things now.
All right, let's give the 3 kilometer NAM the benefit of the doubt. What
It's
does this
trash.
show?
It's trash.
It's trash too because it's
trash.
really the same.
Whoa! Hey!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Well, now you show.
No.
Now you show.
Now you show. Whoa!
That lasts all the way through 6 o'clock. Well, that's funny because 2 days ago, when I'm making the forecast, when you need to know if it's going to snow or not, it doesn't show anything.
Dude,
so how is that helpful? It's not.
I'll tell you this about the damn 3 kilometer dam. The previous run before this one had nothing at all.
Yeah,
and that was 6 hours ago.
You know what?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Yep.
18Z. Gone.
Get ready to witness garbage. Look at this.
She gone. Wait, hold on
a second. Hold on a second.
12Z.
She was showing nothing.
Let's go to 12Z.
I know she was showing nothing.
There we go. Nothing.
Yeah.
12Z is nothing. Absolutely nothing. There. Well, it keeps wanting to load. Oh wait, that's 12Z yesterday. 12Z today. Took it out.
It was showing nothing. That's interesting.
It's trying to come back and
think,
like, yeah. Hey, look,
I think
I've
it's
had
faking
it
right now
along.
because remember I showed you those.
It's capping.
Those maps, and it was like nothing. It's capping.
Capping.
It's not bussing. It's mid.
I'm learning some of these new. Didn't like that. Let me look at the 3 kilometer snow here. Let's see what that shows. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't show it. We don't have it.
Look at some of these other comments here real quick.
Yeah, while you're doing that.
Yeah. Sleet and lull now.
Okay, makes sense.
Jacob got the whole scene. Dan banging a cowbell. Day 63 of weather forecasting. Let's give it up for day 63.
Yeah.
Dan, can I go home now? Nobody goes home. Look at my eyes. Even my bags have bags. And it's like a close up.
Oh my God.
Fine. You can rest for a few minutes and it's back to work.
And that's SpongeBob?
That's the clip. Yeah.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I'll have to show you it after this. Where do we find school closures? You can go
on our website. There's none because nobody's expecting snow.
Yep.
Until they wake up in the morning and go, whoa, where did this come from?
You guys are naive. Why didn't you tell them this is
naive? Yeah.
Like the tornadoes in Kentucky or that hurricane that was steered and held in Florida. Steered.
This is weather warfare. Yeah.
Weather warfare.
I think that he's talking about controlling the weather.
Bombs away. I'm gonna.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. What happens if that energy from Colorado combines? Well, that is the energy.
Yeah.
That whole thing is the energy.
That is the energy, and that's what's coming our way, and that's why the snow could be a little more.
Yep. Heavy snow in Gentry now. Does that energy?
Just hopped on. What's happening? It's going to snow.
So what are we expecting now? What are we expecting? Expect the unexpected. Weather blog.
I have a tough time saying a half inch now. I think it's going to be over an inch in some locations. I mean, it's already showing up. Of course, as soon as I say that, it's going to clear out. So I used to work in that place. Lava, just rest a minute, please. Okay, so
a Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza.
Are those the people that like? There's a SpongeBob following here,
dude. It's one of the most popular cartoons.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna have to show you some episodes.
I like watching Looney Tunes, the new Looney Tunes show.
The Looney Tunes show.
Goodness, it's so funny.
What's the password, Dan? What's the passcode to get into the country club?
1378 or something like that.
I think it's 1373.
Wait, is it? I forgot the number.
I forgot it was too.
1673.
1673. That's it.
Yeah.
And then remember, 1673. That's my number.
That's so funny.
We can roll up the sleeves.
That is hilarious. So I honestly, there's just not a model showing at all what's happening. So I'd hate to. I don't know, but then again, the back edge of the snow is starting to move out.
No, no,
So
hold on,
what?
hold on, because remember on the satellite radar,
Yeah, I know
there's
that's a different radar. So
one
let's
more.
look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's switch back to Tulsa now.
Let's Tulsa here.
All right, I'm hopping off. Gonna eat some Casey's pizza. Ooh, that sounds good. Like I said, I am gonna get some Taco Bell nacho fries.
Baja Blast. Baja
I
Blast.
don't know about that.
No, you don't know about that?
Yeah, I gotta.
What?
Well, then again, I don't have. Yeah, I do have to get up early.
Nah, no school tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, there. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's still showing up.
And look at that, another band, another big time band.
Okay.
Mash slinging slasher, another SpongeBob reference. I love it.
All right, guys. I think we'll shut it down here shortly. So I hope you enjoyed maybe learning a little bit about the weather. I'm learning as well. I learn every day something new.
I love it. This is why
I mean, here's what's frustrating, and we went 30%. This is more like 90%. It is, but you can't. 2 days out, you can't do that. I know it's northwest flow. It's more than 10%. Probably should have went higher, but all this stuff popped up. And looking at all the model, there was so much uncertainty with confidence, and there still is.
Yep. It is a difficult forecast. It's always difficult, especially when the models can't.
But I knew that Northwest Flow can produce more than expected, and that's exactly what we have here.
I guess from a forecasting perspective here, like I would say that 60% would have been a great probability for tonight, because you'd have to shave off 40% confidence because of the models just being garbage. But man, I mean, 30 degrees in Bentonville right now, Dan.
That's cold.
Sticking easy now. That's sticking easily.
And the difference now is that we have that northerly wind too.
Yeah.
So the northerly wind is causing cold air advection. We did not have that on Monday.
Nope.
And so let's look at the Bella Vista cam again. Good point.
Yep.
Alex, I was just about to look at that.
This will be interesting.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the cameras. Yeah, it's the snow's covering the ground. It's white.
It's white.
And the roads are wet too. And I'll tell you this, the roads weren't treated. If it gets cold enough, those roads aren't treated because no one
It'll be a lot colder tonight.
really had much of a snowfall forecast. And to be fair, I didn't either. I went higher than a lot of others, but I didn't go high enough. So, but you can't. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, but you can't do it.
No.
It's like nothing is showing it.
Yeah.
We're going off of guidance. I can't just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's
Wish
what I do.
casting.
That's what I do. Yeah, I can't wish cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a dusting.
Easily.
Let's look at some other cameras real quick, and then we'll shut it down.
Yep, snowing hard.
Oh my goodness! Look at this one.
Snowing hard, snowing heavy.
Fulbright.
Kids right now going.
Now the ground is still warm.
Yeah.
But the cold air advection's taken over.
Yep.
And that is, look at that. Now, why do we say flurry? We say flurry because the totals weren't expected to be a lot. That's
a snow.
That's a downright blast of snow. I mean, that's
that's a blast.
Snow.
That's a blast. Sonic blast.
How about Decatur?
Another heavy band gonna move through northern Benton County.
Yeah,
again.
Decatur's getting it. Let's see. Not as much in Decatur. That's interesting. Let's look at Decatur.
This little heavy band's
gonna that's going to move right through Gravit. We got a camera there.
Look at this. You see this training over that spot?
I know it is. It's Oh yeah.
It's snowing. Yeah, it's just the lighting's different. It's just the lighting's different.
Okay, David. We'll stay on for a little bit.
Okay.
Give what the people want.
For the people, by the people.
The cloud shelf in Gentry is really cool. I bet
it is.
Oh yeah, snowing in Fayetteville. Can see it coming down.
Kids stay up all night, eat pizza, movies. You know it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if I was a kid right now, I got my heart broken by so many weather
Wow.
systems.
Okay.
Woo!
We have complete saturation now.
So time lapse again? You want to show that time lapse again?
Yeah. Let's look at the time lapse. And now we'll go back. Oh no, did it? Hold on.
I'll say this.
Don't die on me.
What-
Oh, you know what? It's past midnight.
Oh,
I've got to go. Yeah. See,
dang it.
hold on. It's okay. It'll
Yeah.
still go.
I'll say this.
Just take me a little while to set this up.
So I'll say this funny story about school and staying up. I've gotten, when I was young, I got my heart broken about 2 times when it came to winter weather events down in Hot Springs.
Yeah.
I stayed up till 2 a.m. one day playing video games, and I did not do my homework the night before. And it ended up being a total bust of a system. Like, we were supposed to get 4 to 6 inches, and it ended up being a total bust. Didn't do anything.
Wow.
And my mom got the call in the morning. I heard it in the other room because it woke me up at 5 a.m. saying, Lakeside High School or Lakeside Junior High will have school tomorrow.
Yeah, and you're like, that darn weather, man.
I'm like, and here's the thing, though. I told all the teachers there the day before that we were going to have snow. I said, we're going to have snow. We're not going to have school tomorrow. It's happening. And yeah, we ended up, that was a little embarrassing. Walking back to school that day.
I can believe it.
But I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you a good story. But go ahead. Go. You're going to finish.
I'll tell you what.
Finish.
That was the same year, though. I made up for it for the Christmas snowstorm. Because
Which one was this? 2012? Okay.
Yep. Because I remember the Christmas snowstorm. I remember how originally it was projected to be mostly in Northwest Arkansas. But I kept telling my family members, I said, look, this is going to shift south. I think it's going to shift south. I think this thing's going to hammer us.
Don't leave me hanging.
Yep. Yep. I think this is going to shift south. And it started off as like a rain sleet mix. Everybody's like, it's too warm. It's too warm. And then that evaporative cooling came into play, and that second surge of moisture came in, and oh my goodness, over a foot at my house.
Yeah, we missed it by that much. It was like literally nothing, but we got a lot of wind.
Yes,
the wind, that was a big system.
We had family members trapped in my house for a week. It was big time. It was big. It was legit.
Real quick story about me, and then I'll go to the weather camera because it is saturated now, and you can see. We'll go to some other cameras. So this is a story in Little Rock. I was working at KARK. Dillard's headquarters is there. Mm-hmm. So we were calling for a storm system that was going to bring a bad mess on the roads. Mm-hmm. And it was going to be very nasty and very slick. So this was on a Friday night. So normally we don't have a show on Saturday morning. We had everything planned that morning. We were going to do live shots. We had a crew in. We were like literally doing a newscast Saturday morning before anything happens.
Oh, man.
So now Dillard's calls and says, hey, we're putting up 400 of our employees in a hotel. 400 employees in the hotel. Oh. So now, fast forward to that night after the 10 o'clock news, we're calling for snow to happen, and the system's coming. And lo and behold, guess what happens? The cold front hits the Ozarks. It stalls out. It stalls out and doesn't make it to in midnight. Well, hold on. Till midnight into Little Rock. So now we're at the hotel. The manager of Dillard's is at the hotel in the bar. And he's like, you're the guys that called for the winter weather.
Oh, no.
And it's falling as a cold rain.
All right.
That's it. Cold rain. No big deal. It's above freezing. It's a cold rain. It's like, who cares? It's not a big deal. But, so I'm like staying up. Everybody's freaking out. And the camera's like, I'm pointing in on you.
You're the spotlight.
Here's the deal. I'm focused on the front, trying to watch when it comes in. And we're stayed up to like 2:33 in the morning. Maybe had a beverage or two, because at this point we're just
drowning
our sorrows. Yeah. So about 4:30 in the morning, I hear little tinks, and I wake up and I'm like, "Is that sleet?" And it was. You could hear the sleet hitting the window, And so we open up the hotel window because we were asleep.
Uh-huh.
4:30 in the morning. The ground's covered in white. Everything has sleet on it. It
Ah,
was a nailed forecast, and
yes.
I'm telling you, it was slick as you could think. And people were sliding all over. That morning, that live shot, we looked incredible according to and there were a lot of accidents. And that guy sent me a thank you letter saying, "I'm glad that we put up our customers in the hotel."
Dude,
But I was freaking out
I can
for
imagine you waking
hours.
up in the morning, you see that light on the snow, and you
We
just start
literally started
tears of
screaming.
joy.
We started screaming. We're like a little kid on Christmas morning. It literally was. That was a lot of pressure. 400 employees. Can you imagine the cost that it would have been? I mean, that would have really hurt. All right.
Oh,
Enough of
dude,
that. Enough of the small talk. That's a story. I thought that was pretty
this is
cool
solid.
to tell. Let's show you this time lapse here. I don't know if it was worth the wait, but you'll see the sun setting. You'll see the clouds roll in. Now, watch at the very end. You can see that saturation take place a lot faster than what the models predicted.
Oh,
So
man.
there it is. Watch this be a repeat of 2011. David, I don't know,
I
man,
don't know about
but
that. Nah.
we're not cold enough for 2011. Remember, 2011 we were down into the mid-teens,
Yeah.
and then we had a deformation zone that formed.
That was like what would you think the odds of all that coming together for that to happen is? Like
Well,
one in.
Well, I could tell you exactly what the odds were because on the air I said, "Yeah, we're not getting a foot." The chance of that happening is like 1 in a million.
So 1 in 2 million.
Yeah, exactly. So God's like, "All right, I'll give you 1 in 2 million."
1 in 2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
He's
you
like,
think you know?
he's
Okay.
like, you think you know Northwest Flow?
Yeah. You gotta know. That's what they say. To know where Northwest flows. So yeah, 1 in 2 million. Next thing I know, and here's the problem with that too. I did the 4 W's. There's actually an episode. Yeah, I know. I know.
That's what you're saying
That's
now.
what I'm saying now, David. You're right. It could happen.
I just don't I don't see enough cold air.
It's not the ratios aren't as much.
Okay, let's set odds. I'll go 1 in 10 million.
1 in 10
Then
million
we see
for
a
what?
foot of
A
snow.
foot of snow?
1 in 10 million chance that we see a foot of snow or higher. What do you have the odds at?
A foot?
A foot.
I'll go 1 in 5 million.
Ooh. Dang, you sliced that in half.
I did, yeah.
So let's call it
I
even.
just keep seeing banding.
All right, let's call it
developing.
even then. Okay, so you guys go ahead and place your bets, right? On the
Yeah.
bet on the Bet Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority.
Do we have
app.
to give them the million?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
That'll be rough.
That means our casino will already be down before you get
Yeah,
started.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
We would be done.
Yep.
Okay, I can see snow on Lincoln's weather bug camera. So we do not have a camera in Gentry. We do have one in Gravit, and that band just came through. Let's see if we can see anything. Sometimes this camera's a little finicky. Oh, wow. 1 in 3 million. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, how about this? Let's be a little more, let's be a little more
David,
realistic.
that's what you're saying now, laugh
What-
out loud. I know.
How about 4 inches?
How much do you think we get?
Yeah,
Yeah. How much do you
Yeah, let's
think
ask the viewers. Okay, viewers, what do you think?
we're
How
going to
much
get?
snow are we going to get? Everybody place their comments right now. Let's see who gets the closest at the end.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets the closest.
We'll,
I'll go right
we'll
now.
reverse the tide on you.
Okay, but
You tell me.
how
what you
about this?
think.
We got to set a location, though, for this snowfall total. Or how about this? The highest snowfall total recorded in our coverage area.
I'm not betting an eyebrow, okay? We're not doing that.
Yeah, no,
Not
that's
on
not.
this one. That's not on
Okay,
this one.
how about this? The highest snowfall total we'll see in our coverage area. I'm going to go 4 inches. I think we'll have a 4-inch amount somewhere in our coverage area.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going all right now.
Yep.
Fayetteville's Drake Field will get like 0.7.
0.7.
Yeah.
Yeah. A dusting.
Now those are some smaller flakes, and that's a slower snowfall rate right there. Up in the ante, 2 inches. Okay. And what are we saying? What is the location? Or just saying somewhere?
Somewhere. The highest total, right,
Okay.
in our coverage area.
Okay.
The highest total that will be recorded. I'm going 4 inches. I think it's going to happen somewhere.
Now here's the problem too: is
Yeah.
that snow measuring is not
It's
as
not,
easy as you think.
it's not good. No,
It's not
hard.
because some people will go and they'll put it
Yeah.
right next to a wall.
A
and be
drift.
like, yeah, ooh,
Ooh.
6 inches.
2 feet.
Yeah. There's not a lot of wind. There is some wind, but this snow that's coming down right now in Gravit, that's a little bit lighter.
I see on Megadothel right now that big band that's just to our north, and I say somebody's getting 4. Somewhere is getting 4.
Highest, I think, 3.5 in Bella Vista.
Please, as long as it's not on the roads, because I still got to
Okay,
get
so
down.
P Ridge Cameras is not pointing the correct way. I could see the snow coming down.
It's pointed
though.
towards the stadium.
Yeah, but there's better lighting over here. So
We'll have to
stand
zoom
by.
in.
Yep.
You're like a master with these cameras.
It's hard to do when you're doing severe weather coverage.
Yeah, it's coming down. Those are some fat flakes. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
looks like it's Facebook After Dark now.
Speaking of fat flakes, that's actually YouTube After Dark.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
YouTube After Dark.
People can't see those comments,
Yeah.
but you don't want to see them.
You just gotta know
NSFW.
it's YouTube flow.
So there's those snowflakes right there.
Man,
It's coming down, but it's real slow.
it's a steady snow.
It's kind of a little light. That is not going to accumulate. 13.2, and we retire the models.
4.5 inches, and Dan has to go a whole month without.
So someone did ask, no way are they still on here on Facebook Live, but I mean, I doubt it. If they still are, great. But what happened to No Shave November is we weren't able to do it this year.
Yeah.
Really bummed out about that because I will be enjoying a beard. I would have been enjoying a beard tomorrow night to keep my face warm.
The most glorious beard here. The most glorious peach fuzz here.
No, really?
Yeah.
Chad Mira grows a pretty good beard too.
I'm not surprised.
I heard Perry.
Perry is the ultimate beard master.
But are you sure about this? We've never seen it.
I've seen it.
You have?
I've been out of the station and hung
now.
out with Perry before. Literally, I asked him. I said, "Dude, how?" Because it was a Saturday, right? He had just gotten off Friday. He already had a full beard. No joke. No joke. I am not even capping. I am not capping, dude.
No way.
I'm not capping.
That guy's a baby face.
I'm not capping. This dude.
I mean, I could 2 days and I'm pretty much
dude
scruff, but he was full on beard.
He was full on beard, dude.
After 2 days?
Like 1.5 days.
Come on.
No, I am not. I'm not
that.
capping. Ask Mike Allen. Mike Allen was there. Ask Mike Allen. That's all I got to say.
Wait, Kat says, okay, wait, hold on. You need a camera on our mountain. We can see the Stewart family Christmas lights at Mount Sequoia from here. It even has some perfect towers up there that you can use. Well, Kat, that sounds interesting. Where is that camera right there? Where's the mountain? Mount Sequoia, we've got a view looking west. We don't have a good view looking east. You have a Bentonville cam? Yes. Yeah, we have actually a couple Bentonville cameras.
You know who I think?
We had another one. By the way, we could bring up some iDrive Arkansas cameras. They're not as good, but
they're kind of harder to see right now because of the. Oh snap!
Again. Okay, so here's Bentonville. Yeah, now that's some heavier flakes right there. How is the radar looking, David? It's looking good. Look at this. It's
looking snowy.
That is a banding right there.
You can't really tell much from the Bentonville Bella Vista intersection.
Yeah, those aren't good. I am near Cartwright Mountain. Didn't we have y'all used to have a camera there? We still do. Oh, wow, look at that burst of snow. So something banding is it is. It's this banding right
man.
Here.
I'm telling you, it's the banding. Here we go, man.
Now remember too that you have to remember winter weather is longer to evolve, David. What I mean by that is you see that banding on the radar, but it might take a few minutes for it to actually.
It's so hard to see.
So James says, don't you have a camera on Cartwright Mountain? We do, but keep in mind it's in the dark and it's not going to be able to see anything.
It's so
there it is right there. Now in the nighttime with lightning, it's cool. Let me see if we can get this mountain bird camera was awesome though. Yeah, something's not working. That's actually not working now. Bummer.
David really wants a big snowstorm.
7.5.
Yeah.
So some people are saying,
Yeah.
yeah, we do have a camera at Cartwright Mountain, but it doesn't
It's
look
pitch
like
black.
it appears to be working right now. It's loading. How about Siloam Springs?
Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up.
Y'all get goofy late. Oh wow. What's going on here?
Snowmageddon.
Yeah. Hey, I'm from the north. I love my snow. I know, and we've had
Snowpocalypse.
3 systems already. I don't know what's going on here.
Snowpocalypse.
Buffalo. There's a live
Buffalo.
look from Buffalo. I think
Live look
it's
from Buffalo.
pointed straight down. What the heck is going on here? Oh, it's tilted up. There we go. Whoa. Golly.
Snow. Maybe this Snowmageddon.
We are on Hunt Lake outside of Fayetteville, all the way at the end of Hunt. Currently looking into the name if we have one.
Dude, look at the go zoom in a little bit on those lights.
Yeah, these are.
Look at how heavy that is.
This is some heavy stuff.
That's that banding. Woo! It's coming down in sheets.
That's heavy snow.
That's
folks.
heavy snow.
Mm-hmm.
That is in sheets.
Before midnight, too, it started to snow. So here's the Rogers camera. Looks more like some light rain.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How is that possible? Like just a little bit of a distance, and you got, I don't know. I'm gonna zoom in on something here on the Rogers camera.
Urban heating.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
That does look wet,
but
though.
we're not really a big area. Like we're not like a major metropolitan area yet.
Yeah, let's spin it around. Let's see if we can see where Top Golf is real fast.
By the way, on the iDrive camera I have pulled up, you can see the snow accumulate on the side of the road, but you really can't. There's not really any good views of the snow falling. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more rain, though.
Yeah, it does look like it's water droplets.
Yeah. But then again, this is very wet snow. Here's one thing I'll tell you, though, Dan, about the Pinnacle Parkway Towers cam.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you get big snows, and you've probably seen this before, I've noticed a lot of people do some wheelies out in the parking.
You mean
lot.
Donuts?
Donuts, yeah.
And wheelies. I was like, wow, I want to see that in a car.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty awesome. Jacked up
donuts,
hydraulics.
It's 12:42. It's donuts out in the parking lot.
Yeah,
it's kind of entertaining.
Those are fun. I like doing that. Just hopping on. What are you for Bentonville? The ground is partially covered, but nothing coming down. Really, not coming down in Bentonville, huh?
That's surprising.
There are some cameras that are showing it. Let's go to the Bentonville Square here. Let's see what we got. So here's Fulbright. Still snowing. Let's look at the Bentonville Square. You know, the Bentonville Square hasn't gotten much the last couple of times. Yeah, it just doesn't. That is wild.
But there's snow accumulated.
Little bit. It's coming down in downtown.
Cut downtown Fayetteville.
Oh, cool. We have a Twitter video. I live on the Bentonville Center line. It's still flurrying, but sticking on the grass. Well, let's check out those temperatures.
Maybe we should get that really close view of the temperatures, the close one that we got that shows more locations.
Yeah,
but
some of them
are just down. It's just But
let's check it out.
Wouldn't hurt.
30
Okay.
and grab it. 31.
Yeah, it's definitely cold enough now at this point.
I mean, we're
too
going to be
warm
below
and
freezing. I think we're going to have some surprises. I think it's going to be chaos tomorrow morning.
I mean, look,
not in the river valley, but
expect the unexpected.
Yep. That was your blog post.
That was
Expect
the title.
unexpected.
Expect the unexpected.
That Solemn Snow is looking good. That 412 track.
Yeah, 412.
No, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the February 9th, 2011
Oh.
snowstorm. That's what he's talking about. He wants 2 feet.
He wants 2 feet. All right,
He wants to
David.
wake up and be a snow globe.
He wants it. Yes, David. If we get 2 feet of snow,
You owe him 10 million.
if
10 million.
we get
won't
two, okay.
We don't get 2 feet.
How about
of
this?
snow.
If we get 2 feet of snow, I will on this side of my forehead and the hair here, I will get a snowflake shaved on the side of my hair, right here, just for you, David. Just for you, right here.
And then say on the other side, I didn't forecast this.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't
not forecast.
Not forecasted. Yeah. All right, wait. I am the GFS.
So February 2nd of 2014, February 2nd, 2014, the Groundhog Day Super Bowl snowstorm. I bet half an eyebrow that Drake Field would get 1.5 inches of snow. This was the day or 2 days before. I can't remember. I think it was like the 2 days before.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
He could do it.
Nice,
He's a farmer.
David.
Yep.
Nice, David.
Okay, 2 feet of snow.
2 feet of snow, and
And
you're getting a
I'll do it.
snowflake.
I'm getting a snowflake, and I was wrong.
David, you might be able to do a lightning bolt on mine. I'll trim up the hair and do a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Now, how cool would that be?
That would
Where
be
the
so
lightning ties, I'm turning sideways, and I got a lightning bolt.
With the tornado detector in the background.
Oh, hey, speaking of tornado detector, should we show them real quick for those that are still on here?
I think this is a little special for those that have braved an hour and a half of our Baja Blast talk.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we'll do real quick.
Yes.
Should we load up an archive radar real quick?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, real fast. You shave your mullet off. Oh man.
Oh,
Maybe it's coming down, but not enough to see without my glasses. Yeah, that's okay.
new area forecast discussion.
It's just a new aviation.
Oh, yeah.
2 inches anyways. Okay, so go to archive. Here, I got it.
About to say, I thought I was getting hacked.
Yeah. Okay, here. I'm gonna let you talk about those graphics. I'll load this up, and then here's. Oh no, we don't.
No,
want to do
not
that.
up.
Yeah.
I'm not showing anything yet here. All right. Let me go back to Megadoppler real quick.
There it is,
Oh,
right
well, no, I'm not going back to Megadoppler.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. I'm interested in seeing this real quick. I want to see. Here's your garbage for the night, right here, folks. This is the NAM model at 12 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, is that the 0Z? NAM?
This is the most recent NAM.
So I don't think this is the 6Z out yet. It might be just coming out.
It might be just coming out. Dude, this is the most garbage model.
That's terrible.
That is so bad.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Oh, man. I will say one thing that the NAM is good for. NAM 3 kilometer and the NAM. Temperatures. And if you're going to that Razorback game on Saturday, get
It's
ready.
gonna be cold.
Get
Yeah.
ready.
The NAM is also really good with Arctic air masses.
Yes.
And the speed of them.
Yes.
By hands down, it's the best out of those.
Credit where credit is due.
Exactly.
But no credit for its precipitation forecast. That is that's the worst.
You know what?
Let's see here.
I'm gonna have a beef steak.
Beef steak. Kids excited. Here we are.
They're watching it.
They're watching. Here we go.
And the temperatures are getting cold enough where it could stick on the roads. So
Absolutely.
and if it comes down heavy enough.
And I could see some. I could see it getting cold enough for refreezing tonight. I could. David, they will cancel that because another 412 track is coming through tonight. How common is it for us to have this much winter precip in November? Very
Not
rare.
Not very.
This is very rare. I would say it's uncommon. Like, it's not rare to have snow in November. I think you would agree, Dan. Like, have shots of winter precipitation here and there. I would say it's uncommon to have November snow. I would say it is extremely rare for us to have 3 different events in the month of November before Thanksgiving like this. And it makes me wonder because this is kind of we're getting into unknown waters here, right? On how this winter will evolve with this many early season snows. So it's really intriguing. I'm definitely both excited and dreading the upcoming winter in some ways.
I know.
Yeah.
A lot more predicting sleet, freezing rain,
Yeah.
snow, freezing line. Where does it set up? Blah blah blah.
A lot
all
more
that
eye
stuff.
bags, a lot more wrinkles growing.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Now I have a different color table for this, just because you know what, I'm gonna change it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess.
people are so used to seeing it the
Yeah.
different way. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. Can we see how 2011 storm came about? Yes, I will do that. But this is for the very few that are on here that are like, you know what? We're gonna check this out. So this is why the Facebook Live was a little late, because this is what we're working on. Check this out. This is a new banner across the top where you can see the different types of storms. So, for instance, if you notice, this is just one line. So, this is a tornado warning. The black line in the middle is a tornado observed. Now, if we go ahead a little bit more, you're going to see this have a white appearance right there. And so that shows you right there that that's a strong tornado that's being observed. And then you have a pink area that's a tornado emergency. Now I can load up that, but the reason I'm showing you this is we got different banners on here to show you the different types of storms. He's allergic to storms.
Well, yeah, I'm allergic to
Man.
storms because of Colby.
That was November 4th. Oh,
Yes.
what a storm. Man, that was a wicked system.
It was. It was absolutely a wicked system. And I'll say this SPC, their severe weather outlook was
Spot
on the money,
Yeah.
as on the money as you can get.
Yeah, it was good.
And
it was really good.
I'll tell you what, our forecast was fantastic as well.
So here's what we've got here. We've got a new, what's called tornado detector. Okay. And this is a new thing that we've added. And you'll notice that we've got a color table now on this. So if we go to this is it right here. There's a tornado. So if you notice at the top of the screen, we've got a banner that says possible on the left-hand side, which is the kind of the yellows and the oranges. And then we've got the grays that, kind of drop off. But in the middle there, reds and pinks, but white is detected. No doubt, tornado on the ground doing damage. That's exactly where it was. That's exactly where the track was. And so this is our tornado detector. So now you're going to be able to see this with a with a color table, so people will know exactly what it is. So we were working on this. This is what took forever to set up, and so that's why the Facebook Live is a little bit late. So next time there's a severe storm, we know that there's a CC drop, and the CC drop is very evident, and that shows up, but it's also kind of a little bit of a noisy signal there. That is no doubt clear. That's a clear one. And then you see this right here, tornado detected.
It's pretty awesome. And I'll tell you what,
we're calling our tornado detector
the tornado detector.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, it is pretty amazing.
It's a really useful product.
In the past, we'd have to look at, CC drops and things like that. Of course, we know how to look at those maps and stuff like that. But when, you're in a live severe weather situation, it can be difficult sometimes to find those, I would say.
Yeah.
And this just helps streamline the process. And especially with QLCS tornadoes, which are even more difficult to find.
Yeah.
This is going to really help, and I think in a tremendous way. Not only for us, but for the people who watch. Because if you look on a map, right, and you see that there is a tornado detected, hey, it's go time.
And we can tell you kind of exactly, within reason,
Yep.
where it's at.
Yep.
Now, what I wanted to show you is, so this was the tornado detection. That's Hanobi right there. This is Southwest LaFleur County. Watch what happens when it disappears. So at this point, it's starting to broaden out, and in the next image, it's kind of gone. So it shows that it's possible, but it also shows that it's kind of dropped
Lifting.
off a little bit.
Yep.
Well, let me show you this. If we go to here's the actual path of the tornado. And I have to load that into the thing. Hold on just a sec, because it has to have the data set with it. So, yeah, great. And it didn't remember its position, of course, but here we go. Okay, so there it is. There's the tornado. There's it lifting. And so that's the exact track of the tornado. If we go back to Mega Doppler and we look at this, there is the road that it stopped just southwest of Muse. And then you could see it just north of the Ouachitas, it lifted. And so if we go back to this, there it is. It lifted and it's gone. So the tornado detector shows it not on there anymore. That's exactly where it was. And we can do this on other stuff. In fact, we got a YouTube video where we've got all this, but we did not have a banner. So now we have this banner to show you, so you guys will know.
Here's the thing. The tornado detector had to go through a test.
Yep.
It had to go through a test live, and it passed with 100% accuracy.
Yeah.
So this thing is going to
we've gone a long time when the light goes out.
Yeah, it's like
our light has gone out. One last look at the radar, one last look at some cameras. We'll go for another few minutes, but we do have to get some sleep, obviously.
Still going to show you that clip.
What clip?
Even my bags have bags.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm going to get you in the SpongeBob.
All right. My kids watch it all the time, so I can tell you, I know the theme song perfectly.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbent in yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants. He hates the GFS. And the NAM model too. SpongeBob SquarePants.
All right. Let's see here. What does he say, by the way? Flop like a fish?
Yeah, flop like a fish.
Okay.
So drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
Oh, Jennifer's calling.
Hold on. Let me go here.
Hey, hun. Oh, we're just Facebook Living and it's snowing like crazy. Nope. Another system. Yep. So we're here. You can hop on Facebook Live if you want. I'm about to shut down though. Getting pretty close to being done. But yeah, snowing away. I wonder, if it gets cold enough and it keeps going, the kids might not have school tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. All right, love you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, as Jim Cantori would say, this is not a twofer. This is a threefer.
A threefer.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to change the color too. Yeah. Well, that's the other radar. So, was that a mile wide EF1? It seems kind of rare. It was actually wider than a mile wide. I know it was. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. Some of those tornadoes were really wide.
A lot of shear.
We've got all the ones on
high
there,
shear, low instability.
Yeah, nearly a mile wide.
And here's the thing about those setups: there's no in between with the high shear, low instability setup. It's either goes nuts, goes absolutely crazy like it did on November 4th, or it doesn't do anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it went nuts, to say the least.
Should we see what a new GF or new? Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot. Let's see.
Are we getting our own lake effect event?
I don't know.
Land effect.
See, there is a back edge to it, though. There is a back edge to it, and that wave is coming out and it's coming through. So I don't know if David's still on here.
He is.
Oh yeah, he is because he just commented. He wants to know about how the 2011 storm system evolved. Well, it was similar. It was a system that dove in for the Northwest. I know. Larry's like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We're still on. We're still talking weather. It's
Ugh,
not like we don't talk about weather enough.
I know,
6
right?
shows a night, half-hour newscasts,
I mean,
hour
heck,
long at 9.
at this point, we should just stay all night.
No, wrong.
I've got a Baja Blast to drink. That camera.
That's great.
It's great.
Okay, so it's a lot of precipitation popping up, and it's just continuing to band over our area. But here's the deal: we'll load up. Whoops, that was lights out there. I'll load up this February 9th, 2011 snowstorm. You all right there? I think the later it gets,
the more the persimmon seeds start getting
yeah.
the residue.
So we can look at. This is a cool storm, man. That is not a cool view right there. That's a terrible.
That's
view.
A trash view.
Yeah. Go back here. Boy, that was a big.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Hold on. Nope.
What?
Central. I want to do Central Plains here.
There
we go. That's a good view. Okay.
Here comes the system.
Pausing. All right. So I got to share this with you. Stand by. Share screen. I see your comment. I'll get to it here in just a bit, Sheila. Okay, so David wanted to know, how did this storm system evolve? This is the 2011 2-foot 412 monster. So this, first of all, is the system that came in for the Northwest. So it was Northwest flow.
Gotta know.
Models were terrible. There's the precipitation, and then there was a deformation band that's set up. Now, this is what was interesting. Right here, it started to really pop up and crank up. And I do mean crank up. And so this was the point right here where there was absolutely no snow falling on the ground. And then here's a point where there's no snow falling on the ground. Now, I can tell you that the radar was showing crazy snowfall. And I went outside and it was completely dry. And there wasn't a single, got the 8-ball out. Got to do that before the 2-hour window comes up. I can tell you there was absolutely no snow coming down on the ground. I was like, crap. I went with 3 to 6 inches. All the other forecasts were 1 to 2. I was just like, I don't know if we're going to get that. So it's totally snowing on the radar, but we had dry air at the surface. Well, about this time, it became saturated. When it became saturated, it was 5 minutes. The ground was completely covered. You'll notice here over time, there's that storm system. And at this point, it is just snowing like crazy.
We talk about ape mode.
This was ape mode. Yeah. Now, it didn't last long. It was a quick one. But man, it had some precip, and a strong precip. Now, how did that evolve? Here's the vorticity. Once again, northwest flow, a little subtle wave coming in. Kind of similar.
Very similar.
And then moving out. So it wasn't like a big, huge upper level low. The only difference is if you'll notice, the temperatures were a heck of a lot colder.
And that's your limiting factor here.
So here comes the Arctic high. There's the front. And 7. I mean, look at that temperature right
7
there.
degrees.
7 degrees.
Get you some.
We were 14. That's a 1039 high.
It
was extremely strong. And then, boy, did it get cold.
3 degrees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got down to minus 20, which used to be the coldest temperature until the February 14th, February 16th, 2011, when we got down to minus 18. What used to be the coldest, and then we got down to minus 20.
I'll tell you this, Dan. Here's another limiting factor with the system. Maybe you won't agree with me on this or not, but I think it is. I am willing to bet that on that February 8th system, there was a lot of snowpack to the north of us.
Well, we can look that up, but you
And
can see it's snowing pretty good
yeah,
there.
and I think with this system that's going through right now, there's not a lot of snowpack.
See right here, 707. I'm telling you, 707Z. So that
Mhm.
is literally 2 o'clock in the morning. Actually 3 o'clock in the morning. No
Yeah.
snow at all. And 24/7/14.
Very dry.
Very dry. And then watch what happens 1 hour later.
Oh, 1918.
Heavy snow.
Yep.
And then it just went. It just cranked
Gorilla
up.
mode.
Yeah. And then it's gone. That fast. And then here's where it got really cold.
Holy
Look
cow.
at that. -17, -18.
How about -21 for dew points?
It's pretty dry.
Pretty dry. That's chapped hands.
That's pretty cold. Man, I remember that. That was just an epic storm. Epic. All right. Wow. Speaking of epic.
Speaking of epic, I think you
just crashed the system there.
I think you just destroyed that thing.
Never trust Northwest Flow. So use that map for what's going on now. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you, David. Well, unfortunately, I don't think they save the same stuff, but we can still look at it. November, it'd be 19th, 0Z.
You mean November 18th? Because today's the 19th.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
1
Yeah,
a.m.,
yeah. Yep.
So
My bad. Okay, so Surface, they don't save
don't
much
have-
anymore.
save much.
Nope. But here's what I can do. I'll show you some other stuff here. We can go to the trusty little comp map. Stand by. Don't whistle that. And there we go. All right. So David, here we go. Stand by. Real quick. Add to stream. And that is the wrong thing. I gotta add the different one.
That's better.
All right. So share screen window. So here's the vorticity coming in.
There you go.
Right there. You can see that it's northwest flow. It's not
Yep.
quite as strong.
Not quite as strong.
It doesn't show much vertical velocities, but it's enough where it's forming precip. See, the jet stream, though, we're in the jet quadrant that's having the most lift. So that's why I think we're seeing that. There's the front that came through.
Mhm.
Models don't show
It's
any
trash.
precipitation. Terrible.
How about any? Do we have any instability?
No, no, not at all.
What can you,
Instability in the models. Let's look at the meso-analysis graphics real quick. Hold on just a sec. All right, winter weather, precip type, snow. Okay, so it's got that. At least it's got that.
At least
right.
it did something right.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at the snow squall parameter. That ain't happening.
And that's not happening.
Dendritic growth layer. Okay,
That's
so we
pretty
have
good.
that.
Pretty good.
Winter skew T maps.
Snow.
That's terrible. Model is awful. Look at how dry that shows. Then it shows it barely saturated.
That's some garbage.
That's not happening right now. It's snowing. So you look at anything that you want and it's just terrible.
I don't like the models.
And that's what I've been dealing with for half of my life. Honestly.
You've seen some things. You've seen some
So
things.
upper air heights. Here's upper air vorticity. Here's the vorticity that's showing up. We'll pop this up. The computer's doing a backup right now, so it's slower than molasses. But
it's like
here's that system rolling in. But then again, we compare it with what's happening now. And yeah, there it is, little subtle wave. Just these little subtle waves. You wouldn't even think that's producing precip.
But lift.
It is, because you can go here and you can see the snow that's coming down. So let's real quick. I'm going to go to 2 hours and then I'm going to stop.
Okay.
But I promise too. I'm going 2 hours and I'm stopping. Let's look at some of the. You want to do some Magic 8 Ball forecasts?
I mean, we're already an hour and 55 minutes in. Might as well.
Might as well.
I
For
mean, we've
those,
done
like,
everything.
50 people still watching.
We've done some
Unbelievable.
singing. We've done some viewer questions. We've done it all. in this.
Educating.
Educating.
Yeah.
Most important thing. Going back to the tornado detector.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
going to be awesome.
That's
in
going to be
severe weather
awesome.
season. Well, which is basically any time. So what are you asking? Are we getting 4 inches?
Is a location in Northwest Arkansas or the River Valley, but most likely Northwest Arkansas. Let's be specific.
Yeah.
Is a location in Northwest Arkansas going to receive 4 inches of snow?
Okay. Shake her up.
Shake that baby up.
Yeah, I'll show you the sound on camera again.
All righty. Survey says it is certain.
Okay. All right. It said it.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, how about this? This is for the kids out there.
All right. Will schools be closed?
Will schools be closed? Will schools in Northwest Arkansas be closed?
This is way more entertaining than Chicago PD, man.
This is way more entertaining. Very
Yeah.
murky.
Oh, you shook it up so much you can't even see it.
Yeah, I know. It says
I have no clue.
I have no
What
clue.
did you do?
What did you do to me? Okay, here it goes. As I see it, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh man, it's
All right.
consistent.
All
Okay.
right.
Here's the final one. This one's for David.
Okay. Will we see a foot?
Will we see a foot of snow
All right.
somewhere in Northwest Arkansas? How about this? Will we see a foot of snow at David's house?
Yeah.
There you go. David, will we see a foot of
Says
snow?
I need glasses.
Ready for this?
That's hilarious.
Okay, you ready?
There were so many bubbles you couldn't even see it.
Ask again later.
Okay. All right. After it put a foot down, then he'd be like, "Yes."
Okay, now I'm going
Not
to ask
that
it again.
foot.
I put. Okay, I'll ask it one more time. Will David see a foot of snow at his house? This is the final question.
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. She's trolling me right now.
You shake it up like crazy.
Hey man, I do it good.
Okay, so ask it, should Matt go out and showcase snow chase? I thought he was saying snow.
It says it's not happening. Okay.
All right.
All right. I don't know what it said. It's too bubbly. I see. This is why you give me too. You give me
Give
too
me
much
this
power.
thing, man.
You give me
Give
too
this
much
thing.
power.
And then shaking it up to crazy.
And honestly, I'm not a fan of him.
So there it is. It is starting to pop up. Banding, but
What-
let's
what's the-
switch radars.
Let's switch radars. Yep. Ask it. Should Matt go up? Snow chase.
Look at this. Real quick weather cameras. We're going to do a quick tour, all right? There's Bentonville. Let's do Decatur. Should be still snowing. I think it's snowing everywhere. Bentonville doesn't see much, though. It's a weird. Okay, that's a little bit of a dusting. I still see snow coming down there. Let's go to Fayetteville's graduate camera. And we're approaching 2 hours. I don't see much there.
No.
Every now and then some flurries. Yeah, I see some flurries.
Spitting. Bella Vista.
Mount Sequoia. Let's see. Now, when the snow is really heavy, you see the city disappear. I'm not seeing that.
Nope.
Ooh, that dry air kind of came back
Dry
in.
air.
So that's another thing, too, that's going to fight off the snow totals is the dry air is going to continue to come in and lower the dew points.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing that you have to take account for. Fort Smith, probably a dud.
But Bella Vista. Dud.
David, I just don't think this is like 2011,
Ah.
but I could be wrong, but I just don't. Yeah, look
Snowing.
at that. That is
Slow
very
snow.
light.
Slow and steady.
That's the drier air coming in.
But Dave, you check Bella Vista?
Yep. We showed that first.
Show that. I didn't see because I was too busy.
Yep.
Looking
Here's
at
Bella
my-
Vista. Still snowing pretty good.
Come on, Bella Vista.
Still showing. How about Lincoln? Oh, I know we're 2 hours
Yep.
in.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did
P
it.
Ridge. Someone wanted to see P Ridge. Mount Magazine. You won't be able to see. That's pretty light.
Pretty light.
Watch us not even get.
Kind of looks like it's
Watch us not even get a half inch.
it's dying out a little bit.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. But
Well,
there
we have a
is-
heavier band to our north right now. That
Yep.
might go sink in there, so heck, we'll wake up in the morning. There'll be 6 inches on the ground.
No.
No. Oh man.
I know. Struggles. Oh yeah, there you go.
Struggles.
Still a flurry here at Tater Black.
Struggle.
Dusted for now.
It's
snowing
snowing
because
because
Colby's
Colby's
asleep.
asleep.
I figured it out. Yeah.
That's right. But see, Colby has like
South Oklahoma's snowing pretty good.
the Colby effect has some residue. You know, like I've seen it on storm chases. I went up to Minnesota earlier this year for the storm chase, and I didn't see anything at all. It was a pretty. It was a 15% hash day,
That's all.
and
oh man.
I called Colby and I said, Colby, were you like around
right.
here in the last couple months? And he said, yeah, I was up there like a few months ago. And I'm like, that's why, because he's got residue that he leaves. It's Colby effect residue.
Now see, that's dry. You can tell it's dry air that's coming in. So it's but then again, when you look at the radar, you'll see that there are pockets of drying. So
Dry.
all righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this Facebook Live to answer the question. I don't know how much it's going to snow. I don't. After all that, after 2 hours,
Don't look at us.
I got the forecast of it snowing correctly. I said we might get up to an inch. We could see possibly 2 inches, but there you go. I hate winter weather.
Look, if
At
I'm a
least
kid right
forecasting
now,
it.
if I'm a kid and I'm staying up, I'm stressing out a little bit. I'm stressing out seeing that dry air coming.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I got to wake up in 3 hours. I got to get ready for school in the morning. I am stressing out. So hopefully, if you're a kiddo that's still watching right now, you did your homework or are in the process of doing it now.
I think it'll be slippery.
It will be slippery. Yeah.
We are going to have temperatures that are dropping all the way down into the upper 20s, even mid 20s.
Yep.
David, I hope for your case,
I hope David.
I hope you get crushed.
David is like he's down on his knees right now. He's praying. He's like snow, please.
Well, thank you, Sarah. Tell your family and friends if they want to learn about the weather, you know where to find us.
Yes.
Facebook Live. All right, guys. Or Meta Live, I guess.
Baja Blast Live.
All right. We'll see you guys. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for the comments and thanks for the fun time.
And go Hogs.
Yeah. Go Hogs. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock for the Lighting of the Ozarks.